Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Market Now. If you've been here before, if not, welcome. Hope you'll stay sometime. But felt the need to post a video this morning. But we're gonna do it on Jerome Powell. Very interesting situation. If you've been keeping up, been a lot of stuff back and forth. I'm just gonna go through the recent stuff and what it means. Because at the end of the day, he leaves in May. We don't really have time to go back and do all the full story and stuff whenever he leaves in 4 months. But I'm going to read just the highlight of this. This is from January 11th, whenever he was served by the Department of Justice, presumably with political intentions, because he won't cut the interest rates like President Trump wants to. I'm going to read this off. This new thread is not about my testimony last June about the renovation of the Federal Reserve Building. It is not about Congress's oversight role. The Fed, through testimony and other public disclosures, made every effort to keep Congress informed about the renovation project. Those are pretexts. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of our president. Now, I'm going to skip to this graph just to show the interest rates. As you can see, the interest rate isn't really that low. I mean, we saw what happened in 2020 with COVID. We had to keep the market afloat, so we cut the interest rates. Then, whenever we were struggling with inflation after COVID, just on inflation, this 30-year fixed mortgage, we had to raise the rates, which that hurt the market, hurt the real estate market, but it had to happen. Now, after keeping them steady for a little bit, we are cutting them. We're trying to cut them. I don't know how successful we're doing on that, according to President Trump. But anyways, this is what Trump wants the interest rates right. According to the Wall Street Journal, he wants them at 1%, maybe lower than that. That's not sustainable. You can't have that. I'm going to show the NASDAQ, I'll show the Dow Jones too. But this is a 1-year map of the NASDAQ. Pretty good, as you can see. In April, we hit like 17, I think. Yeah, 17. Wow, that's been a while. But now we're at 25, close to 26. I would love to see it get to 26. But I mean, it was as low in 2022 as at $10,000. That's amazing. In just 3 or 4 years, we can go from $10,000 to $25,000. But I mean, the market in total, because of this AI, has been just exploding. I mean, the market's already high. There really isn't that big of a point to raise the interest rate or to lower the interest rates, because the market's doing good by itself. You don't need it, because this is what happens when you lower the rates. Whenever I'm gonna draw attention to 2020 right here, whenever you lowered the rates, inflation just exploded. Because this is why the rate back up to draw inflation back down. But whenever you cut those rates, like right here, inflation just is amazing. I mean, it's super high. But I mean, used to you had like 5% inflation, you're steady 5% below 5%, and then whenever you cut the rates that sharply, that quickly, it exploded. It was amazing for me. So I just reviewed these graphs a couple minutes ago, and I couldn't believe it got that high. But, like I said, I'm going to draw attention to this. Jerome Powell ends in May of 2026. The current vice chair is Philip Jefferson, who ends in 2027. But I don't think people understand Jerome Powell isn't the only one making the decisions. It isn't just him. He has a whole board of governors around him that have 14-year terms. He can't make the decision by himself. Now, he probably has the most influential spot to influence the board of governors, but he still can't make the decision on himself. So you would have to just purge the entire 7-member board of governors to get exactly what you want to cut interest rates that low. I do not think by any means that the interest rate will ever be below 1%. It won't happen. I guarantee it won't happen. Now, I'm going to do a stock of the day. USAR is absolutely insane. If you've been paying attention, where did my graphic. Okay, there we go. Department of Commerce took equity in it. Which, I mean, you saw what happened to Intel. Intel went insane, which is going down now, of course. I mean, it went from a $20 stock. Man, it was in the dumps. I mean, awful stock. Nobody wanted to buy them out. Awful stock. And then the U.S. took equity in them, and I mean, they just exploded. They were as high as $54. I mean, look at the 52-week rank on that. That's amazing. Especially for Intel. Because Intel, this is what I worry about with USAR. Because this is what I had about Intel. I fear that the only reason that the stock goes up is because that the U.S. buys equity and not because it's a good company. I mean, you see what happened with Warner Brothers. I'll pull them up. Whenever the Paramount and Netflix stuff was happening, they just skyrocketed. But obviously, it's a terrible company. I mean, if it's $8 a share, it's not a good company. The only reason it goes up is because of the buyout stuff. Which, I mean, if you catch it, good for you. But it's not always reliable. I mean, look at, I'm going to show up GameStop, which this is probably a bit of a overreaction. But, I mean, what their big jump here was not sustainable. It wasn't the same. I mean, you can't hold a stock this high. That's why Intel, after their earnings report, cliff. I mean, they just jumped off. But obviously, if you bought it at $50, I'm sorry, but I mean, it's been as low as 20. I don't think it'll go back down to 20. It's not gonna happen. It's a decently reliable stock. Intel is. Now USAR, I haven't researched enough to know what it's gonna do. I couldn't tell you that, which obviously I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take my word for it. But I think it's gonna hit like an Intel level. I mean, basically the same stock, same price, same stuff. It was $20-something, and then U.S. bought equity in them. Pretty happy with it right now, but yeah, appreciate you all watching. I'll pull this graph up one more time just to end on. I will take a little bit of a side here. I don't think we're going to cut their interest rates that low. Should they be cut a little? Yes, because as you can tell, we're not as low as we were. I think if we get down to like there, where we were, then we'll be happy. I'll be happy. Market will be good, but we have to keep the market rolling. I feel like it's the main goal. We have to keep it going. The momentum has to be kept up, because right now, I worry about what AI is going to do in the next year. Mostly because you see oil companies like, I'll pull up Chevron. After that Venezuela thing, I mean, they just, if my graph will show up, yeah, they just skyrocketed. But a personal favorite of mine also skyrocketed because of the Venezuela thing is Halliburton. Look at the past month. 29, 20, 28, 33. Automatic. I mean, automatic. But that's off topic. That ain't my job. But, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Please come again. Like and subscribe.